And you know the most important thing in handling privacy for our organization, the most important component, the employees of the organization. Even if your organization is not into data processing or third party service outsourcing, every organization employees handle personal data in some or the other form. And therefore, it is very, very important for your own employees to be ready with taking care of the privacy of the personal data that they handle. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you daily see new content on data privacy. And as I've been talking about that, we are going to talk about the privacy compliance with respect to employees handling personal data and them being trained on how to handle personal data. Is it important? Yes. Privacy is not merely compliance, right? Privacy is far beyond that. I think that you have a lot of documentations, rules to follow, and a huge fine. But then more than that, as a business, you need to build and the trust and accountability with your customers and with your vendors and your associates also. They should also believe in your correct business practices. So any single mistake by an employee can lead into a huge data breach. All through my life, my career in last 20 years, I know a lot of BPOs who do a lot of training around security of data. But it is no more restricted only to security of data and only to the employees if your organization is a BPO, that is processing data on behalf of someone else. Now you are processing data for anyone. Your customer's phone number is his personal data, right? What is the role of an employee in privacy? Employee handles a lot of personal data. He handles emails, he handles customers, he knows the phone number of the customer, the email ID of the customer. At some personal level, he may know certain things beyond professional ones, which is like personal preferences and all. And you may say that that's his personal level, but your employee knowing important information about a customer and misusing it can impact your reputation as well. So you need to be careful even on that level of ground level handling of employees and customers. So and from security point of view, phishing emails is one of the most important thing that helps intruders or hackers get into your systems, right? Phishing emails, messaging apps, hackers, ransomware threats. The managers in every organization should be very careful about defining the roles and access to be provided to their teams. And now I'm not talking of IT managers. I'm talking of respective department managers. There's a file server which has data related to customer. It would have personal data also related to customers, so especially for consulting firms, the legal firms, the chartered accountants, such services companies, right? The manager of a project should know which employee should get access to which folders of the file server. Not only for these professional services companies, but even for any other services company, it's a manager's role, and he should be very, very clear on defining it so that the IT can adhere to and configure role-based access control mechanism for the employees, right? Folders are accessed based on the role of the employee and not just access because they are available on the file server. Role-based access is very, very important, especially when you are dealing with personal data, and the spreadsheets and all will, for example, you are an accounting firm, you are auditing some customers' data, the salary payroll record is available with the chartered accountant. So it's the personal data of the employees of that company that are available with my company, with my employees, right? So it has to be very carefully handled. Simple. So stricter mechanism should be placed. And in this video, we are talking of why it matters with employees. HR need to be very, very clear on onboarding process as well as exit formalities. Onboarding, you may say that, well, is on getting onboarded, manager hasn't defined the access, etc. But on exiting, the HR should take approvals and consents from all the departments, including IT, that the role access on file server for the given employee has been disabled. Customize and publish your privacy notices within the organization so that your employees are aware about the policies with respect to privacy. The key risk is, remember, all your employees are not IT employees, and I would add to it, not all IT employees are also fully trained, because while they understand the security measures, they still don't understand the relation of privacy with it. So you need to train your employees on handling emails. You should have strict NDAs with your employees when they have to share personal information. Unintentional data sharing should be avoided. USB devices, most of the companies these days do have block on USB devices until manager approvals, but non-IT companies don't. services companies that I spoke about, the professional services ones, don't. What about screenshots? And I know many organizations where if you ask for the error log and they are not able to capture or share the error log, they'll actually pick up their mobile phone, smartphone, and take a picture of the screen and send it across on messaging apps, not even email apps. So the organizations need to be very, very careful about it. This could include not only error logs, this does include sometimes financial information also being captured like this and shared in a very, very casual manner. Improper handling of customer data could lead to a privacy breach. So lack of awareness of privacy policies is a very big risk because the employee today thinks that he has shared this information to get some help to do something good for the customer without realizing it could bring in a lot of threats and privacy issues for the customer as well because he does not recognize the privacy regulations around him. What should the trainings cover when you are training your employees? You should help them recognize what personal data is and how sensitive it could be, right? Well, financial information is a sensitive data. As I gave the example of payroll of an organization known to the accounting firm who is auditing the accounts, well, then they know the payroll, the increment, and the banking information of each employee, which is very, very sensitive. The breach or leakage in the public could be very, very harmful for it. What are the organization's privacy policies? What are the security trainings organization gives? And again, security trainings now need to go beyond security. While they are security, while they are talking of handling phishing emails, role-based access, etc., but the privacy perspective has to come into it. Individual employees should know how to handle and store customer data, avoid incidents, and should also know about how to handle incident reporting and response protocols with respect to those incidents so that they are available and easily able to adhere and answer to the customers if in case required. From the compliance perspective, training should also include real life example from compliance perspective. Cover security but from privacy perspective as well, right? From the regulators, from the fines, from the examples of harm that can be caused to any individual if his private information is lost. Regular awareness campaigns should be run, and I have seen in organizations where posters and danglers are there the same for years altogether. I think they should change them very, very frequently. Keep changing them, keep giving better examples. Look at the industry, where are the breach happening, how are those breach happening, what could be the cost of a breach. Put them in the privacy awareness campaigns around the reception, around the working area, around the lunch break. The cafeteria has some of these brochures. There could be some more small 2 to 5 minutes, 3 minutes videos running all around, and tell them how customer satisfaction gets better if private data is handled, and if you are compliant and you are certified and you conduct trainings, and how your organization gets benefited if there is no breach of personal information from the organization. So that's how you should train and talk to your employees as to how they should handle the personal data of any customer, vendor, third party associated with the organization. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press bell and the like icon, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.